Now I would like to call up our fifth and final speaker, Abhay. His speech title, My Journey Through Toastmasters.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. My name is Abhay Shetty, and I just recently turned 18, graduated high school, and in the fall, I'm planning to go to Kennesaw State University to pursue a Bachelor of Business Administration with a focus in economics. And today's speech is going to be about my journey throughout Toastmasters and a bit of my general life. And this started back when I was in early elementary school. Back then, I was a very introverted person, extremely shy. I would have a question in mind to ask one of my fellow peers, and I'd go up to them, and then my mind would be blank. I just wouldn't have any idea what to say. My question was just completely forgotten. I remember once, there was this one girl on a tire swing. I might have been 7, she might have been 6, and I wanted to ask her if I can also play on the tire swing. So I went up to her, trying to ask, can I play on the tire swing? But then I just froze, I started sweating, and I just forgot the question. And then my teacher, she had to come up to me and remind me of the question I was going to ask so that I could properly ask it. And I realized, this isn't so bad. Going up to people, asking uncomfortable questions, it's not that bad. So I started doing it more and more and more, and my friendship circle grew throughout school and throughout my neighborhood. And then I met this one friend, and in the fall of 2020, I was 13 years old and in 8th grade. I knocked on his door. I asked, can you come out and play? And he said, oh no, I can't play today. I have a speech tomorrow for this one club I'm in, and it's called the Toastmasters, right? And so then, a few days later, he explained to me what Toastmasters was. And he told me it's helping me a lot, become more confident, become better at speaking. I really recommend that you join it too. And back then, neither me nor him had phones. So I had to go to his house. Before the meeting, I took a piece of paper, and I was like, hey, could you write down the meeting ID and the meeting password? So he wrote it down, and I brought it back to my house, and I joined the meeting for the first time. And the first thing I realized was I was really impressed by just how organized the entire meeting was. I could just lay back, press speaker view, and one person always had control of the whole meeting, and then they would just push it to someone else, give control to someone else, and the whole meeting was very organized and very seamless. So I immediately signed up for Toastmasters, and I signed up to give my first speech, the icebreaker. And the next week was when I gave my icebreaker. And it was an okay speech. I constantly was pulling my hair throughout the entire speech. I was rushed through the speech. But overall, I was very, very proud that I went through and I gave this speech. And the evaluator made me feel proud as well. She gave me constructive criticism, but she made me feel proud that I had just accomplished something. I had just given my first speech. And then over the years, I gave more and more and more speeches, and I got better at giving speeches. I got rid of some bad habits, like constantly scratching myself during my speeches. And now I can proudly say that I'm a better speaker. But one of my favorite parts in the Toastmasters was the contest. The Inspire Me contest was a much larger commitment than a regular club meeting. It required me preparing a speech, performing it, coming again the next week, performing it again, and performing it again and again and again and again, until I finally got really, really good. And it was really, really rewarding to be in a suit in the big UPS place with looking like big shots, and then give a big performed speech. And that was a really rewarding experience, and I'm very, very happy that I did that. So if you guys have the opportunity to participate in the Inspire Me contest, I would really recommend that you go ahead and do that. But overall, Toastmasters has helped me become more confident in speaking, more comfortable in speaking, and also just more better in social life, communicating complex ideas. And I would like to thank many people, my parents for driving me here every day, my fellow Toastmasters for always being there and supporting me, both the former ones and the current ones, and especially Miss Lena for always counseling me throughout my Toastmasters journey. Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster.